Hello, YouTube. To the one of you who's watching on there, I know how many views we get. It's not a lot on YouTube.
What a loyal fan.
Will you put the
Yeah.
YouTube link in the chat, in the group chat?
Yeah.
About to make this viral.
Yeah.
It's out to Twitter sphere.
So,
Twitter Spaces.
what we're gonna do, Craig and Tilly, is record your audio now, and when you start recording, and you can like confirm that it's actually recording, say the word recording, and then I'll sync that up with the video stream so that all of our audio is synced for the audio version of the podcast.
Okay.
So QuickTime. So I use on a Mac, I use QuickTime Player. If you have something that you normally use to record audio that you're more comfortable with, you can use that. But QuickTime Player is really light, easy to use.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm going to use.
Okay.
So I just say whenever?
yeah, I'll give you the example right here. Recording.
That was nice.
That was good. That was solid.
Thanks.
Recording.
Perfect.
That was solid.
Yes.
Recording.
Nice. Nice.
Well, I let me open it up. My bad.
Tilly.
I'm that guy. Not the other guy. I'm that guy.
Oh, that's me. You cannot take that from me.
Craig is the other
All right.
guy.
It's all yours, Craig.
Thank you. Generous bearded man.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Cool.
So-
if I could put a sweet background behind myself.
Yeah, I'm looking for the show link and I'm not seeing it.
That's very professional.
So I just do new audio recording. Okay.
Yep.
And then just say recording.
Yep. Hit the record button and say recording. That's it.
All right. Recording.
That was good.
That was solid. That was good.
Mhm. Good inflection.
In the clutch.
Mhm.
Good. Your American accent was very on point.
I think so. Because my Vietnamese accent's terrible. Everyone at work tells me it is, at least. You need to remove that hat, sir.
I wore it for a reason.
He's a provocateur.
Oh my gosh.
Provocateur.
If I'm the troll that lives under the bridge, he's the one at the end asking for money.
Like the grumpy old troll.
Yes.
Who lives under the
one from
bridge?
Or are we talking about like the one that fights with the billy goats?
Yes.
Ah,
That's why the
Sorry.
3 people on this podcast are his friends and no one else.
all right, here we go. Problem. All right, YouTube link. All right, we're going to be live in just a minute on Facebook. So, I'm going to share. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Things are happening, and it looks like we should be live any second on Facebook now. We
Big
could
time.
even be live now.
We're live. We're live.
Okay. Hey, is it streaming? Oh crap, maybe it's not streaming. I'll be right back.
He has to go to the streaming machine and make sure it's turned on. What's out there?
The machine of stream.
Yeah. It's like a streaminator. It's like Doofenshmirtz. I have kids, so I watch a lot of kids' cartoons.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's life right now. The cool thing is we've gotten my daughter into the like old school Mickey cartoons, so that's
Oh,
been
yeah.
fun.
Those are classic, timeless cartoons.
Yep.
How old is your daughter?
And did you see that Boomerang? You can like get it for $5 a month on like your iPhone. This is subscription. I might get into that.
I'm not familiar with Boomerang.
So it was like all the like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Tom and Jerry cartoons from back in the day, like
Oh, that's the network.
Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's the channel. Yeah, so it used to be like on TV, and then Cartoon Network was like, "Yeah, no one watches this," so they made it like a subscription base, like Netflix.
Yeah.
It's
Probably
pretty
worth it.
cool.
All right.
I think it's worth $5.
Think we should be in business now. Well, we got the YouTube link in case there's a problem. I realized I was streaming the wrong video. I had my screen streaming the wrong one, but it should be working now.
Sounds like a Horton thing.
Mm-hmm.
Something Horton would do.
It is. That's what winners would do.
All right.
I just realized I can't
Don't
watch
notice that.
that and watch this at the same time.
Watch the stream.
Yeah,
Uh,
feels weird. No, I mean I can. It's just very distracting.
yeah, what I try to do is have the comment thread up so we can talk to the triers. Triers, I think we should be good. Make sure that the audio, the video's working.
Red
There
alert.
we go. Okay. We are good. We are
We're
good.
good.
I've confirmed it is live on Facebook. All right, triers. Everybody ready to start the show?
I'm ready, Todd.
Okay, 5
Let's do it.
seconds.
All
Need
right.
a 5-second intermission. Hold up.
All right.
Brandon's put us on hold.
Yep, the voices that you're hearing. We have two new first-time guests, which we'll introduce when we start the show shortly. And we're talking about Mystery Men tonight. Triers, if you've seen it, what score would you give the movie? Is it a 10? Is it a 1? Is it in
Yeah.
between?
In some ways, it's definitely a 10.
Oh man, it's awesome.
I love it. It's one of those movies I never get tired of watching.
All right.
Triers, please be honest. Let us know how awesome it truly is.
That was utterly unexpected.
All right.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. It's all good. We usually start a few minutes late anyway. Once people start coming in. All right. It is time to start the show. So welcome to Try Again. The show is a movie club. And the theme of the show is trying old things again or trying new things, specifically movies and occasionally TV shows. So what we do each week is we pick a movie and we watch it together or separately. However, each of us watches the movie that week, and then we review it on the show. We talk about it. We try to make fun of it. We try to have a good time and be funny. We're not professionals. We're just friends having a good time. So this week's movie is Mystery Men. And I'm your host, Todd Perkins, and I'm joined by my co-host, Brandon Horton.
Hello.
And two first-time guests this week. Craig West is an old friend of mine. I used to be in a band with him more than 10 years ago, 15 years ago? Long
Yeah.
time. Say hi, Craig.
Hey, everybody. It's nice to be here.
That guy's Craig. And this other dude is Brandon. Last name what? Tillman? Brandon Tillman,
Hello.
who shall be known as Tilly in this episode. Tilly, say hi.
Hello, everybody.
Well, we're glad to have you guys on the show, and we're glad to talk Mystery Men. This was Brandon's pick, and why don't you start us off? You give us the first review, Brandon.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
score would you give it?
Okay.
Why? That kind of stuff.
So I like to grade things on what they are. I don't try to. I'm not. If I give this a grade, I'm not putting it over a movie that's more dramatic with a higher grade for what it is. Let me give you a backstory of why I picked this movie. First off, last week for you triers, if you remember, we watched, unfortunately, Kick Butt, right? And my point was that it didn't know what it wanted to be. It wanted to be a B movie, but then it wanted to be like a big multi-million-dollar picture movie, and then it didn't flow right with me. It didn't stay dedicated to what it is, and it made me go like, man, there's some scenes that made me go like, I remember a movie that used to be a lot like this. I hadn't seen in 15 plus years, if not longer. Maybe closer to 20. But the point is I was like, what was it? What was it? I remember Ben Stiller in it. And then I remembered it clicked, Mystery Men. So that's the reason I picked it, was because I wanted to watch it. Kick Butt made me want to watch a B movie. Now, it had to stay within the realm of this month's theme, where we're sticking with comic book movies. And guess what? It's from Dark Horse Comics. So this hits all the criteria. I give this a solid 8.5. There were times I was totally, I laughed. I enjoyed it. I loved the cornball. I thought there were times that it kind of tapered off. When it got dramatic, they didn't know how to handle it. When they got dramatic, it totally went off the rails. And you could tell that in editing, they were like, okay, this isn't what we signed up for. So then they brought it back home and they made it a strong delivery. So to me, I'd give it a solid 8, maybe 8.5 if I watched it again, but it was exactly what I wanted it to be. It was a B movie. It didn't take itself seriously. It even made fun of the fact of like how it didn't take itself seriously. When they talked about like Captain Awesome being where is he the billionaire playboy? And they have this discussion at the diner and they're like, what? He wears glasses and Captain Awesome doesn't wear glasses. And it was like, that doesn't make sense. How could he not see? Like, that to me was like the perfect movie to be B-rated, to just be like the total, like, don't take us seriously. We're having fun. We're going to do what we want to do. Solid 8, maybe 8.5. That's what I'd give it.
All right. Awesome. All right, Craig, I know you're a fan of this movie, and that's actually what made me think of inviting you on the show. I remember you saying like literal decades ago that you liked this movie.
Oh yeah, I think I remember trying to convince you all to watch it, like when we did that movie night thing, like we have to watch Mystery Men. This is the next movie we need to watch.
Yeah, we used to watch really crappy movies together. Me and Craig and my brother Chad and Mac and Steven, if you remember them from being on the show.
Movies that are like 3 or 4 times, like if you divided the awesomeness of Mystery Men by like 8, that's like the top coolness of these movies we would watch. Like horrible
bad, like the ones that they would put on Mystery Science Theater 3000, that kind of movie. But anyway, Craig, what would you give Mystery Men and why?
Gosh. Mystery Men has some really amazing actors like William H. Macy, Janine Garofalo. It has Paul Rubens, has all these great actors, this great talent that come together. They play off each other so well. I don't know, like it really depends on what you're really into, but I think 8.5, 9, maybe even 10. I just love the movie so much, so I am totally biased. So I would give this movie a 9, I think.
Dang,
there's so much there. There's so much there for me.
Lots of love there. Tilly, have you seen this movie before? Is this your first time, or have you seen it before? What's the deal, and what would you give it?
So I actually saw it the very first time when it came out in theaters. So I remember I was a kid, went and saw it in theaters, and I had no idea what was going on. So this was great to watch it again, honestly, because I was like, I don't remember any of this. Like, I remembered the characters, right? I knew Kel Mitchell was going to be Invisible Boy. I remember that because, you know, that was he was on a show on Nickelodeon when I was younger, and Hank Azaria, right? He does all the voices for Simpsons. So I knew all those people were in it, but I'll kind of give, like Horton did, a backstory. I knew what the movie was supposed to be, right? I knew it wasn't supposed to be all these things. It was just supposed to be fun. And I noticed with a lot of these actors that are in it, they do these movies just to have a good time. They know they're not winning an award. They don't care about that. They're just like, we're gonna make this movie. We're gonna have a blast, and everyone's gonna be happy, and it's gonna be awesome. And so, but watching it, I remembered, man, Ben Stiller, like he is the same character in every movie.
Yeah,
It doesn't. It
Like
doesn't
Meg
even
Ryan.
matter. Even in Zoolander, he just had a stupid voice. But I mean, same character. So when you watch it, you have a good time. You just sit back and take it for what it's worth. I honestly would give it an 8 as well. I won't say a 9 or a 10 because that's crazy. Because then we're talking I'm in tears or my heart's pounding when we get into the 9, 10 realm. But it's 8. It's good for its time. Some of these actors really hadn't even hit their peak, or they weren't even as at the level that they are today. Like you'd say, well, William H. Macy was the shoveler. What? Get out of here with that. So I think, there's something to say about that. But I thought it was fun. I really did. It was a good time. It's pretty funny. I can't get over, you mentioned about, the Captain Amazing. At the very end, he's putting the little lenses on his face. And
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Yeah. So
You know Millionaire Lantern.
No, I'm just kidding. And that whole time I'm sitting there, what is he doing? And then I'm like, my gosh, he's still trying to he's like about to die. He's trying to prove, is he him? I think he's him. Like it would have been great if you're like, no, man. And they would have been like, no. I mean, so that's kind of like along the lines of the movie, but I thought it was fun. The powers that some of them had were real and not real, and Mr. Furious's rage. I mean, for being an angry guy, he's kind of a wimp. So it was great. I mean, all around good time of a movie.
Did anyone catch the young Dane Cook?
What? Where was he?
He was the Waffler.
The who? Oh yeah, Dane Cook was the Waffler. Yes.
I thought the Waffler was pretty awesome.
Burn it to a crisp. Burn it to a crisp.
That was literally one of my favorite parts of the movie was the Waffler.
Yeah. Dane Cook.
So, and then what goes unspoke is Tom Waits is Heller. He's the
he's the
I didn't remember that.
Yeah,
the scientist, the non-lethal weapon manufacturer.
That was really interesting. How many really famous people were in this movie?
Yeah,
I was surprised with that. I kind of feel bad for my score. I kind of hated it, like really bad, like legit.
God, the one time I go above 4 on my ratings.
Yeah, I know. That's what I don't know. I really was not feeling the humor. I had a hard time getting through this movie. Yeah, I felt like the humor was like, I don't know, man. I like everybody in it, dude. I love Paul Rubens, at least I love Pee Wee Herman, I think he is awesome. I love Hank Azaria,
Yeah.
Like his Simpsons voices are like my favorite thing ever, and
you think about it makes sense.
Yeah, but I didn't really, I wasn't feeling the jokes. I was thinking, this is beyond like a B movie. Kind of like what Craig was saying, that movies that we used to watch. I was like, this is like just bad. It's not like cheesy, funny bad. It's like just bad. Like I didn't think, like the conversation about the glasses, it's like, I mean, yeah, I could say that's funny, but like I feel like that's a joke from, I don't know, 1985, like the first Superman movies.
Oh.
Like people have been saying that since then, and so
that's why it's funny though.
Really? I don't know. I'm more of a fan of like, and then maybe it goes to my taste, because I'm more of a fan of like jokes that don't discuss things that I've discussed in depth with my friends. That's like that everybody in the world has discussed before. Like those jokes aren't very funny to me. Like I like surprising stuff, and I feel like I didn't get a lot of surprises. My favorite character, I probably like the Waffle Man the best. Ben Stiller was okay. It was kind of funny. To Tilly's point about him playing the same character, it really did feel like his character in this movie was like almost a precursor to Zoolander in a way, because like he was like so much that guy. And that was I thought that was really fun to watch. I don't know what I would give it. I wrote down 1.5 out of 10. But like,
wow.
I mean, let me just say, like, as much I don't want to be trolling you guys, but like,
you are trolling me.
I wanted it to be over 20 minutes in. I was done with it. I couldn't handle it. It was for me. It was for me. It was torture. You're allowed to make fun of me for that. I don't care. But for me, it was torture. After 20 minutes, I was like tortured watching the rest.
If you don't learn to master your hatred, you will become your hatred.
Yeah, that's what I did. I have become that. I am become my very own hatred.
You do not learn to master your rage.
Your rage will master you.
Okay, is that what you're going to say? You're going to say master your rage?
Okay, that quote.
Not necessarily.
That for me, that was that, and the Waffle Man were the two like super legit funny things in the movie.
But what about like, you know, like when the shoveler comes home and like his family is not what you expect it to be?
I don't know.
God put me on this earth to shovel.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I don't know. I don't know.
You shovel
great
well.
shoveler.
You shovel better than any man I ever known, but you are not a superhero. Oh man!
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know. What are some of your guys' favorite moments? I don't want. I've talked enough crap on it. I got more crap to talk, but I don't need to poop on this movie when the rest of you guys love it. Brandon Horton, what do you got? What's one of your favorite things from the movie?
You know, one of my favorite things is that there are so many good characters, and there's so many good actors playing good characters that it made you wonder. It made you pay attention to like, okay, who's coming up next? Who who is the next person that's gonna push this story along? And it made you pay attention because you would see so many different faces that you'd recognize before from previous movies, or movies after this, but you remember those names, you remember those faces. I love that. I thought it was great to have a big ensemble of people that we knew comedy, and people that we knew had great comedy timing, and they played off of each other so well. I guess that'd be my favorite part about it, was I loved how I had a huge cast of characters that were comedy. We don't get that these days anymore. We really don't. I mean, I'm drawing a blank on the last time I could think of a movie where we had 5, 6, 7 comedians that we already knew that kind of came together. Like we have right now, like MCU. Like MCU is full of like, okay, we could go down the list and say all the Avengers and all that. But MCU kind of built into us. And this was just, we're taking comedians, we're going to throw it out there, and we're just going to have fun with it and not take it seriously. And that's what I love. There was just a huge cast, and that cast made the movie.
The only time you get that these days is like all the washed up guys in the Adam Sandler straight to Netflix.
Yeah.
Movies, you know? Like
which are the best movies ever.
Grown Ups 9.
Grown Ups 9. All those 1-star Netflix movies.
That's your daughter.
One thing,
I love Grown Ups.
I gotta find something that you guys agree with me in hating on. Okay. Hank Azaria's British voice.
Terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, the graphics were pretty bad. When he got like defraculated and like his head
I love
defraculated. Yeah.
I didn't think that was that bad. That didn't really bother me.
Oh, I'm
talking about like
but that was part of it. That was part of the whole package too. Like it wasn't supposed to be high quality.
And they made it look so awesome. Like when it was done, everything, the eyes all popping out. Like they didn't have to do that, but they made a model of it. Like
what about
CGI? I love that.
What about the scene?
They didn't have to make the movie, but they did.
Right. What about the scene where the Invisible Boy and the Spleen are up on the hilltop, and you got the full moon rising in front of them, and the little skunk comes out and like starts humping their leg, humping the Spleen's leg, like that is.
And he let it continue. That was pretty good. I can give that to you. I can give that to you.
That's funny.
That was a good moment.
No, it's a joke from 1985. We've all seen it before.
No, No, that's not
Yeah,
a joke for
so
me.
Solid burn.
Skunk,
That is a
skunk
solid
humping.
burn.
That's
Look,
new
I am
territory.
not going to talk about a skunk humping someone again. Okay. Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm done with this topic.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I would,
Well, I love when they're at the bar and the spleen tries to hit on Bowler and she's like, "Not enough beer in the world." Like
Oh,
that's such
yeah.
a subtle, amazing joke. Not enough beer in the world.
Not enough beer in the world.
And then he just casually scoots back over. She's a tiger. She's.
There's a lot of subtle things, and Todd, I think that your pessimism blinded you from so many subtle things. I'll give you an example.
yeah.
In the credits, they go over the list of all the superhero tryouts, right? And they go down, and you can like Dane Cook's at the top of the waffler, and you go all the way down. The very last superhero in the superheroes that tried out, Fisher Man.
Ah.
Come
Sure,
on,
man.
that's gold.
You know,
That wasn't
I,
actually
uh,
part of the movie. So
I skipped the credits.
I'm
Once
penciled.
they started rolling out, I
I-
skipped through and made sure that there was no like video afterwards, and I was like, yeah. What were you saying, Tilly? Were you saying
Yay, I'm
something?
free. You just said, "Yay, I'm free."
Yeah, basically.
maybe it's one of those movies where like you have to be with the right people to watch it. You know,
It could be that.
you
It could
can't
be-
watch Napoleon Dynamite with someone who hates the movie, and you might not
Totally
really
true.
enjoy watching it alone.
That's a good point too. I think another point too. The three of you guys
You
had
can't watch
seen it.
Napoleon Dynamite with me because I'm laughing the whole time.
Aw.
Exactly.
I hadn't seen it when it came out. This was my first introduction to Mystery Men. Okay, so there was no like previous nostalgia where I was a teenager laughing at it. So I wonder if that plays into it too, because like,
Yeah, like an emotional investment in the film.
yeah, it might be because
You just
like
hate
Hank
the Super
Azaria's
Squad.
voice,
Yeah,
Hank Azaria's voice, dude. I don't know. The British voice was just, it hurt me, man.
he nailed
If you think,
It was
if you
so
think about it,
good,
it makes
you know?
sense.
It just wasn't funny to me. It's like, why does he have a British voice? I hate how it sounds.
Because
and
it's
I
the Blue Russia.
Look, I know
But
there's
there's no
no blue in the uniform, but if you know your history, it really does make sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
And his
I
mom is all proud of him, like because this is his greatest
Oh,
accomplishment, throwing forks.
like it
Jeffrey.
was kind of funny when she gave him like the fine silverware. She's like,
Yeah.
you can use
Like
this.
the real
He's
good
like, I
stuff.
was saving this
Yeah.
for your wedding, but by the looks of it, that's a long ways off.
It's not happening.
Yeah, that was good. That was
No
a good moment.
prospects.
Are you willing to raise your score now?
I'll raise it. I'll raise it a whole point to a
Well,
2.5.
Gotta give William H. Macy gives so much legitimacy to the movie too.
Seriously,
Like he
he really
makes
does.
those scenes like legitimately epic because he goes home and he's like, "Well, I won't be here when you get home." He goes, "Honey, there might not be a home to come to." Like, you know, and it's you want to laugh, but he does that. He delivers it so seriously well that you're like, man, like they might really die, and even if they did, it'd be okay. But they're gonna try.
Let's do this. Let's pause real quick and switch gears. Can we discuss Gregory Rush as Casanova Frankenstein?
Oh my god.
Frankenstein.
How amazing!
He was
First
so
off, is the name.
So awesome.
Is the name. Two was the German accent.
The German accent was, I thought that was pretty entertaining. The fact that his weapon was his pinky, that was pretty good.
Oh man.
He like sharpened it.
Yeah.
He like sharpened it before the final little battle. Rage is taking over. Yes, we heard that all before.
Yeah, that was good. That
No,
was
yeah,
good.
Jeffrey
I
Rush was
also love
awesome. He
his
was
relationship.
poised, like totally manipulated everyone.
Yep. I love his relationship with all the different gangs. And like they played off all that old comic book stuff, you know, like every bad guy has to have a theme. You know, he had the frat boys and Big Tobacco, and then you had like all the different like and the Disco Boys, and when what is that the comedian's name that plays Tony P? When he's like spraying his hair and he's like, I'm protected by the god of good hair care.
Was it Eddie Izzard?
Eddie
Eddie,
Izzard.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Eddie Izzard. Yeah. So much funny stuff in that movie. Oh my gosh.
The villains were great.
Disco is not dead. Disco is life.
This goes not to this is life. He's like, oh, and you can tell that he's in pain. That someone would even think that. Like,
You've been gone a long time, Casanova. It was just so funny.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we go on to the random questions segment?
yeah, and I also like. Okay, so Captain Amazing. I think it needs to be said how big of a tool he is. Like, you in the right. It's like Batman saying, "You know what? I'm kind of bored this week. Let's let the Joker out and see who he can kill."
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's just. I know it's supposed to be funny and set them up to be the heroes, but I just wanted to punch him in the face. Like every time he was on the screen, I just wanted to use his a meat punching bag because I'm like, you're such an idiot. You don't deserve to be this billionaire.
He's like
You're-
degrading the people that are trying to save his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an idiot, and he's a billionaire. Why does he have sponsors? Like, why does he care that Pepsi doesn't want to give him? Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't get, and this isn't like to the comedy of the movie, but where in the holy crap was this supposed to take place? Because I felt like some shots it looked like Tokyo in
It looked like
2077.
Chicago, and-
Yeah, it was like Chicago from 1995, and then some shots it looked like Tokyo from 100 years from now.
It was
Yeah, and then they had
leftover
the-
Demolition Day. Like,
Post-apocalyptic.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You remember the movie Demolition Day with Sylvester Stallone?
Demolition.
No, Demolition
Demolition
Man.
Man.
Demolition Man. That's what
Dang,
it was.
come
Gosh,
on.
yeah.
Wesley Snipes is gonna come smack you now. Get the
Oh,
black
man.
on you.
Get the black on you.
Demolition Man. I mean, it was a total. That's what I loved about it. Was it totally played into the lighting, the purple, the fixtures. Everything was just your typical '90s version of what comic book noir looks like. That really started with Batman in '89
It's
by Tim
noir.
Burton. Like it totally had that beautiful look to it, and I loved it. I thought I played perfect with the noir.
Man, I want to watch Demolition
Sure.
Man.
Wow.
I feel like you're swearing
think-
every time you say that, man.
I think we should also just make a shout out for the owner of the junkyard.
Yes, Junket. Junket. Work starts at 9:35.
I really liked that character. I thought she was freaking awesome.
Great.
Roberts must be ruined by now.
I could have used more of that chick in the movie. I thought she was
She
hilarious.
was hilarious. And he's like,
He, like,
stress
throws a
ball.
This just saved your life.
That little sucker just saved your life. Oh man.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
Like,
Junket. You say
there
Junket
are-
one more time.
Oh man.
She has a Herkimer battle jitney. It's just like
Like it's a thing. Like everyone knows. Like oh my gosh. Like it's just sitting there.
that is the finest non-lethal military vehicle ever made.
It's great. Well, and then the best part is he's out in the junkyard just whacking it with a crowbar. Like you
Yeah.
gave me the right tools.
I said, I want it
He's
just.
just hitting it. Like how does he junk anything with just a crowbar? Like that's the worst job ever.
Oh, man.
I got this
Side,
bike.
it's gotta get
junk it.
higher than that. It's gotta get higher. I mean, we're all having a good
You
time.
know, I think I will. I'm gonna go up to a 3.5. I'm gonna raise it another point.
We'll get there, guys.
So,
I totally
Pardon.
did like the junk lady. She was very funny
you
and very funny
probably did
looking.
like the junk lady.
Yeah. Oh, she was
Junk
yeah,
lady
she
from
was
this movie.
And where did they get all the old people in this movie? Honestly, like seriously wrinkly people. Amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen more old people in a movie.
That chick's
Yeah,
hairy
they-
face
they
was
got it.
real, man.
When they open the movie in an old folks' home.
and they saved him.
The red
Eggs
eyes.
and
red
Like,
eyes.
how cool
Red
is
They
it?
eyes.
wear the red eyes, so everybody
Oh yeah, that
freeze.
one guy's kind of famous. I don't know if
It was
his
Artie
name's
Lang.
McKenna
Yeah,
in
he
the
was.
real life.
Yeah.
Artie Lang. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was in Dirty Work, which is one of my favorite
Yep.
movies ever, and The Norm Show. If you can tell the theme there, I really love Norm Macdonald, and
Yes.
he acted with him a lot. But yeah, I'm a fan of that guy.
And then the dramatic scene in the restaurant where Mr. Furious is trying to pick up on the girl from Meet Joe Black,
Yes,
And,
Claire Forlani.
So funny. So funny. It was like, I just want to apologize for the other night. I was in,
was
you know,
pretty
I was in
angry.
scary mode. Like, I don't find you
She's
scary.
like very.
At all.
she's like sipping on her coke. Like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So
But then she's got complete 180. Like when he's the hero at the very end, she's like, he's Mr. Furious.
yeah. Yeah. He's Mr. Furious. His power is his
I'm
boundless
Roy.
rage.
I'm Roy. Like who's Roy? Who's Roy? I'm Roy. Like
Yeah.
what is Roy? They try to get him mad. I'm Roy. What is Roy? Who's Roy?
But
I don't have a superpower.
But it's like, what about the
He
time when you
has the
when you pushed the bus? You lifted a city bus once, man.
Yes. Really, the driver had his foot on the accelerator, and then I kind of from there.
Oh my gosh. So
Whatever, it happened. It was legendary.
Good movie. Very good movie.
it is.
I'm
It's
glad
funny,
everybody
dude.
liked it so much. I'm glad that you guys did. I kind of
It's-
wish I would have watched it with you three. I think I would have enjoyed it more because I did watch it alone, and maybe that had something to do with
in
it.
a
I
room
don't
of
know.
sorrow.
In a
apparently.
room of sorrow. Yeah,
You're cranky because you got babies at home.
yeah, it's true. And I haven't slept in since my son was born 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So
And he didn't eat, and he was just cranky. And he's going, watch this movie.
yeah, and he was
Yeah.
swearing at me and baby. You know, it was just. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I might give it
Maybe.
another.
Dad
I have it
suck.
on rental for like 20 more hours, so maybe I'll give it.
Yeah.
Eat a big burrito, and maybe
The only things that make you happy, is that what it is?
Yes,
Yeah.
Or so I can fart along with the movie.
exactly.
Um,
So you will
Hold my
identify with the spleen.
let's
I love
head
the
over-
gypsy curse.
Oh yeah. You will never be the one that
Never make that mistake again.
You shall ever be he who doubted.
Who is it?
First I had smelt it. The gypsy put a curse upon my head.
I like how when he shows up, he has all these like clothes hanger clips.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
kept
I
his
knew I
baby
was
together.
supposed to be doing a demonstration.
Well, and then at the end, he's like, you are doing superhero auditions." They're like, "No, we're not.
Why don't you guys tell me that hurts my feelings?
This is my feelings."
Todd, we're never gonna get there. We're never gonna get to those questions.
we never get to
Alright.
random questions.
I want to know what question you have.
Okay.
Yes, let's hear the question.
Oh my gosh, I forgot my question. Did I have a question? I didn't have a question. I think we talked about him before Tilly came on. So I know Brandon
Yeah.
has a question,
I do.
and I know Craig has a question.
Yes.
So we
Oh.
can do
Enough time to
those.
think of one.
They are going to be a surprise. Maybe Tilly could answer last, so he get some time to think. Okay, Brandon, why don't you start it off with your
Okay,
question?
so random question. Mystery Men is now real, and you're trying out to be a part of this elite group of superheroes. In real life, the real you, what is your natural power that you can do right now in life? And then what name goes with that power?
Hmm.
I'm going to start off with Todd.
All right. So I get a lot of, I guess you could call it indigestion, you know, and I got some kind of stomach condition. If I eat too much food, okay, this is gonna get really gross. So you might want to skip ahead 10 seconds if you don't
You
want to
have
handle
had,
gross
like,
stuff.
Yeah, it's live.
You
It's
gotta-
live. Mute it.
It's not working.
Mute it. It's getting crazy. Okay. So I got this thing with my tummy, and if I eat too much food, my food like rots at the bottom of my stomach and doesn't digest, and then I Ralph it up the next morning. It's really weird. There is a name for it, but anyway. So I think I'm gonna be projectile vomit man. Okay, so my power is that I overeat, and then I spew, and it's a violent projectile exorcist level
The
of
spewer.
spew.
Ooh, yeah,
spewer.
the spewer.
The spewer. Basically, it's it's
Or you could
Pee
just
Wee
be called
Herman, but out of my mouth instead of my butt. So
Spew.
All right, Craig, your turn.
Well, gosh. So yeah, because I identify with two main characters, the Shoveler and the Spleen, because someone once told me, "Dang, Craig, you stink worse than my dad."
and dads are famous. Dads
that
are
is serious.
famous for stinking.
That is a serious compliment. Gosh, Okay, look, I feel like I can have a conversation with anyone from any walk of life, and that is kind of like a superpower. And so maybe I would be
That's a real power.
the discourser.
Nice.
I
The
dig it. I
conversator.
dig it.
No,
Right.
the icebreaker.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Ooh,
I like that too.
solid.
Ooh,
Ice break.
Solid. 10
Tilly.
out of 10.
you're up.
All right, I was thinking of this while Todd was being gross. So I exist on what I like to call color people time. I'm late for everything. So this is gonna sound far-fetched. Just bear with me. Since I'm late for everything, I'm always gonna miss the moment. So just like the Flash is super fast and he can avoid attacks, well, I'm just late. So I show up after it happens, but then it's to my advantage because I have time to plan.
Or what if you live in an alternate dimension that actually runs like at 15 minutes behind?
Fine, yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
I
so I
like
just
it.
always
could
always
be
show up
called the
late. I'm
15-minute
always
man.
just
You could be the hindsight.
15-minute man.
The 15-minute
Yes.
man.
The hindsight. I like that
Yeah,
too.
you show
Ooh,
up 20 minutes
hindsight.
late.
I mean, at work,
Nice.
everyone like I show up, the thing has happened, and I'm like, okay, well, we can move forward with life now that I've missed this key moment in time.
I like that.
I'll be like flashback man or something. I don't know, but yeah, I'm always late. That's my power.
The
You're
reverse
having a party
flash.
at 5. Yeah, the
Reverse flash.
You having a party at 5? I'll be there at 5:15. You can count on it. Is there a happy birthday to be sung? Gonna miss that. So, but in a fight, that's a power. A fight, that's a
Yeah,
power.
you
Is your
get
dad-
that when it's all over. Everyone's already dead.
Yeah, everyone's dead, and then it's
You
like they're
Officially a member of the team, but you weren't there for the fight.
Yeah, but they're all standing around. The guys who won are like, "This was a glorious victory," and it's like, "Psych, you forgot about me." So I'm the clutch. I come in the clutch.
You could
What's
be
his power? He shows
You're
up
the
late.
pinch hitter.
Brandon, what'd you pick?
Well, my wife, she says I have this superpower, and it's a strong power. It's a real power. It's a power that a lot of naysayers say I don't have, and then I prove it, and it's real. I can think of multiple examples. No matter how crowded the situation, no matter how many people there are at this place, I can always find a parking spot near the entrance.
Ooh, that
Ooh,
could be
Always.
useful.
street
Always.
cred.
And it's weird. Cars will magically just start pulling out right in front of me.
I gotta go.
It's just I will be I don't and I don't, and the secret is that I always pay it forward.
Oh yeah.
I never look in the rear view mirror of who's taking my spot when I leave. I always just look straight ahead and I go, "It's yours, brother. Take it." But that's my power. I always seem to get like the closest humanly possible parking spot. I joke with my wife. I'm like, we would probably be like 20 pounds lighter if I didn't have this power because we only walk like 10 steps to the store.
Hmm.
So
So
you're
I've
anti-weight loss man.
oh yeah, no. I have saved miles off of my shoes for my parking abilities. So that would be mine.
And
Peter
inches on your
Parker.
wrestling.
Parker.
Grabby jokes.
Yeah, something like that. I couldn't think of a good name, but it's definitely I think the Parker one. That I might have to steal that. That's good.
Space locating man.
Parker Loomis.
The telekinetic space guy.
Oh man. All right, Craig, what's your question? If you can't remember it, I can help you out.
Okay, so think of a what is a quote from Mystery Men that you could use in a seemingly unrelated part of life. Like if you were called upon to say something at a funeral, what is something that you could say from Mystery Men that that would strangely seem appropriate? Or like, what if someone's leaving on a long trip Was that my question, Todd?
That was a
Something
good
like that?
question. You can
Okay.
pick who says it
Like,
first.
If you're in church, just like a random, let's just say, what's something from Mystery Men that you could say in church? You know, your turn. You got to get up there, and so tell me what part of the movie it's from, and then tell me what it is, and then just say the quote. Yeah.
All right. You can pick somebody to go first.
All right, Tilly, you want to go first?
Yeah, that's fine. I was actually thinking of this. So you get so the scene. It's I referenced it earlier. It's the scene where they're at the bar and the spleen tries to hit on her. But listen to the example. So I get up. I'm on the pulpit. And it's like Satan wants me to kill my brother. There's not enough beers in the world.
Mic drop.
There it is. And that's all you do. That's all you do. You just go up
Yep.
there, say it, and walk.
You know what?
The congregation screams amen at you, and
But I have to say, not enough more beers in the world, spleen. Because then only the four of us would get it. Everyone else would just be like, you tell Satan no. You
That
tell
guy
him
is
no.
Really resisting Satan.
Not enough beers in the world.
All right.
I was thinking for mine. I was like, you said funeral. I was like, yeah, mine probably doesn't go with a funeral. Then you said church, and I was like, it's pushing it. So I'm giving a talk in church, and I'm kind of improvising some of it, and I run out of stuff to say. And as the great, what's his name, Raja El Raj,
Blue Raja.
Blue Raja once said, "Fork this," and then I just walk off. Fork this, and I walk off. So that's what I'm gonna say.
That's right. That's right. Actually, he has a lot of good
Fork
ones.
this. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Fork this.
Brandon, what do you got?
So imagine I'm going up to an investigator, someone who's just checking out church, and I have a pass along card, and I hand it to them, and I go, "This just saved your life."
This little
That's
sucker.
good. That's good.
This little sucker just saved you.
This little sucker. You got to hold it like this. Make
John
it
Gass.
Get a little Moroni, a little squishy.
No, oh my gosh, could you imagine like totally like Elder Holland getting up there and being like, and those things which are not of value, junk it.
That's nice. That's some Mormon jokes for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Wait, I didn't say mine.
oh yeah, yours. Go for it.
All right.
Todd's like,
That's all right.
Cut.
I actually have two. You got so when they're in the diner, the Blue Raja, he says this thing, and you can be like, look, God gave us many commandments, but because of Jesus, he will forgive you if you forget. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
then-
It plays into the puns.
And then like
punny.
the Shoveler's epic monologue at the end when he's like, you and I have got a date with destiny, and it looks like she's ordered the lobster.
Ah, nice. Nice.
Oh, that's great.
All right. So that concludes our discussion on Mystery Men. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you like the movie, give us your feedback. Say it on the Try Again podcast Facebook page. Let's talk about what we're going to do going forward. I am going to put the podcast on a little bit of a break. I don't know if I ever announced this on the show, or maybe I just announced it way late, but I have a newborn baby at home. I'm not sleeping a lot. I haven't slept since he's been home for 2 months, pretty much. And so doing the podcast every week is kind of stressful for me. So I'm gonna take a break for a little hiatus for a few weeks. Mac should be coming back in a little while, and maybe around then my baby should start sleeping through the night and stuff, and maybe we can get it going again. But for now, we're planning to take like a few weeks off. So yeah, that's the announcement for this week. But yeah, thank you to Tilly. Thank you to Craig for coming on the show. You guys are
Thanks
awesome.
for
We really
having
appreciate
me.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you, Triers, for tuning in this week. And we will see you next week. Nope. And by
No,
that,
we
I
won't.
mean, we won't see you next week. I just.
Call sign. Gotcha.
Oh my gosh. I've done it 77 times. At the 78th time, screw it up. We won't see you next week, but we'll see you soon.
Forkman.
Forksman.
Please forgive me.
Forgive me.
Forks.